friends, welcome to my channel, JV's Crochet. I'm Amber, and today, well, today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, April 8th, and I had no idea what I was going to do, so this is normally it was try it out Tuesday, or try something new Tuesday, something along those lines, and y'all, I was thinking all the way up until I pushed that button what I was going to do. Now, I recently watched on another channel, another creator teach how to do I believe it's called a mitered granny square, yeah. And so I was thinking, and then I just happened to come across, because I was trying to look up, I found like the crocheted chickens that you could make from granny squares, and I was like, I could try that, but I don't have enough colors up here to try it with, and I don't have all my stuffing and eyeballs, and I was like, meh. And so I just started YouTubing, create something from granny squares, and it gave me a short for a mitered granny. And I was like, okay, let's see if I can create that without having actually watched anyone do it, except for this creator, which was One the Yarn Addict. So I'm going to, 1, 2, 3, 4, make a granny square and see if I can't. It's only going to be a solid color. I don't have any color changes, because like I said, I don't have enough colors up here. So all my sample, no, I keep calling it sample yarn. All my, and I keep wanting to say swatch. Why can I not say, oh my goodness, leftover yarn, scrap yarn? Why can I not get that word out here lately? Woof. Because I guess maybe I don't want to call it scrap yarn. I don't know, it's just strange. Okay, so I'm gonna make a granny square. I don't know how big I'm gonna make this. Let's see, 2. Try to think here. The solid grannies have the 5 squares in the 5 squares. See, I can't even talk this morning. The 5 double crochets in the corner to make a truly solid one, I think. Oh my goodness. This tail keeps getting in my way. I'm crocheting around my tail into a chain 4 ring. Normally I do magic rings. I don't know why I'm not doing those either. But we're just, making it quick, I guess. I mean, magic rings are quick too. I don't know why I didn't do a magic ring. I'm gonna try and set it right here and see what happens. See if I hit the hole too much. How much I shake the camera when I pick it up. Just like picking it from over here than over here. Okay, so I'm gonna do, anyway, so I am still working on my cardigan for my youngest, because ribbing takes forever for me. I don't know why. It just feels like it takes forever. Although I've almost completed the ribbing around the collar opening area. And I still have to do the back bottom, and then the arms, the wrists, the cups. Stop yawning. Okay. Alright, so I have round 1 done. I think I'm going to do 2 or 3 before I do the, guys, all right, why is it when people wake up in the morning? Like, I've wet when we whistle with water. Nope, it's shaking that too much. It's it won't clear. It's weird. It's not a cold or anything. It's just waking up. And it sounds like crinkly, but it's like it has to wake up. Because once, you know, it starts crackling pretty quickly. Once I get up and get going and eat breakfast and all that fun jazz, it's fine. So, I had to borrow the hook from my Sweet Marshmallow Kiss project basket, because I was like, I don't have a hook up here to use. Like, I have a 3.5, but I need something bigger, and like, literally this is all that's all I have up here in my room at the moment. All my stuff's out there in the world. You ever go through your stuff and come across like long lost like hooks or anything, really just things you didn't realize you had put there? I've done that before, where I was cleaning up, you know, going through whips and stuff, works in progress, and I come across a hook and go, oh, that's where that hook was. I was just thinking about that. I recently went through and was trying to straighten up my office area downstairs. I don't know why it's doing that. It's annoying me. And I just was like, oh, what was it? I was coming across whips that I had literally forgotten about, but then as soon as I see them, I go, oh yeah, I was doing that one. Like I haven't laid eyes on my chevron, my Tunisian chevron one that I started with my Afghan yarn from Russ's countdown box. I have decided I'm going to double strand that yarn. It is just too small for me to use by itself. I don't know. I'm not a fan of fingering weight and 2-weight and all that stuff. I mean, I will use it, but I will double it up. So that's why when I buy hanks of yarn, I try to stick to DKs, because that's about the minimum I'm willing to go to. Like, even this cotton, I will double strand this. It's a 4-weight, but it's a thin 4. And it recommends a 5.5mm crochet hook. I use 2 of these together, and I use a 6.5. And it just makes a thicker fabric, a thicker yarn, or a thicker project, and I love it so much better than a single strand. But a normal 4-weight is about, but the smallest I like to go with 1 strand. Okay, so I have 2 rounds done now, so I'm trying to think, do I want to go one more round? I think I'm going to go one more round and then start mitering it. I think. Yeah. So I'm just making just a solid granny. You know, I had this idea, if I get this to work out in my head, just doing it, you know, what am I trying to say here? I'm confident, I'm like, that I can make this, you know, mitered square. But I'm like, if I can, you know, if I got the steps in my head correct, remembered, or not necessarily remembered, but just by visually looking at it, recreating it, because honestly, the video that I watched, the live that I watched where it was taught, I honestly don't remember the steps that were taught. I pay attention when I'm watching it in the moment, but my brain just forgets so quickly that everything that was said or whatever literally just goes poof. So I'm literally going to be doing this just by visually having looked at a square to say, this is what I think I do. I've never done a mitered square, so that's why I picked it. I was like, I haven't done a mitered square. I've done a blanket where I created corners on the bias, I guess is what it's called, and it was one of Juan's patterns. His Autumn Aspirations blanket, you create your corners on the bias, so that was new too for me, but that's not mitered. So, and I think what I'm trying to achieve is mitered. And I wish I had all my yarn up here for this, but I have these little skeins of yarn, of Premier Just yarn from the Dollar Tree, and I have them in red, white, this cream, blue, navy blue, burgundy, this cream, and then I think I have a purple and the dark purple. And I was thinking what I could do. Now, I know once I get to a certain point, they may not go all the way across, but maybe once I get to that point, I can just start going solidly back around, depending on how far I get with what I have, because I have 4 of each color, so I don't think it's going to get very big. So I was thinking of just making a blanket, a mitered square blanket, just one solid mitered granny square. A continuous mitered granny is what I was thinking. So, all right, so I've done round 3, well, almost. Last stitch, and then join. All right, so that's what I was thinking of doing. So taking each of these skeins that I have, let's see if I can find this. So take each one of these and just make this as big as it goes until it runs out, and then move on to the next one and just keep going. So there is 3 rounds. So now I was thinking of doing the mitered part. So I need to turn, and I'm pretty sure you just keep going back and forth, but without, you only do 2 sides and not all 4. So I say so a lot, because when it comes to jibber jabbering, sometimes I'm like, what do I talk about? Yeah, so I need you guys to help me with ideas on Try It Tuesday. Like, I need help. I don't know why, but I'm struggling to come up with new ideas. So, like I said, I want to try a mosaic crochet thing. I want it to be small. And then I think the granny square thing would be fun, because those are easy. Granny squares are easy to make, so that's what I was thinking. You could make a chicken or something out of it. There's even a bunny one out there that you can make a bunny from a granny square. I can't remember who it was on, whose channel it was on. There's a lady that put a tutorial out to make a bunny. I don't like how this granny square is buckling. I don't know why it's doing that. It's how I'm holding it, but like, why is it doing that? I think it's just because of how I'm holding it. I mean, this is a pretty simple thing to do, really. You just stop going and turn it and keep turning it. And I think I need to keep doing the 2 in the corner. And then, yeah, so once you get done with it, you just border it so that way it, like, oh, I don't want to border stuff though. I'm not a fan of borders because of going into the sides of things. I wonder if I have to keep putting 2 in that corner. Or no. See, the part I don't know about doing is the sides where I turn and don't complete the round. Oh, once I get done with this row, because this is technically a row even though I'm making a corner. Because I went from rounds to rows all in the same project. Sorry, I'm like, it's a quiet morning for me. Not a lot to talk about. I'm trying to think. Yesterday was a rough day with school with the kids, the youngest. He he is such a stubborn little turd that he doesn't want to do it, and so we've gotten to the point of frustration where I'm like doing what I normally do, where, okay, this is frustrating. Why, what can I do to make this fun? So that he loves to learn, because we're at a point that it's not fun, and I don't see him being a lifelong learner that loves to learn. I see him being a learning hater because we just push through the frustration and get it done. And I don't want that. But I just don't know what else to do. I'm at a loss with him. I will say he makes me question my choice to homeschool. He really does. Like, it's like, the older two, even them sometimes do too, because they would rather skip things in their books and try to lie to me about having completed something when they haven't. And it's like, come on, what is going on, So it's like, I question a lot, but I enjoy it at the same time. Like, it's like I have this, I don't know, like, I just want to, I want to make myself struggle, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm not loving it. It's okay. It looks fine. But, like, this is why it's going to need a border. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I need to not put 2 in the corner here. I think that might be my issue. I could have sworn they put 2 here to start. I think I need to take this back out and only do 1 on either side here. I think that's my issue and why I don't like it. And it just, I don't know, why is it wonky? Why am I buckling? Is what I want to know. Stop buckling. Yeah, I think 1 is all I need in those. I don't think I need to increase it there, because I'm going to increase it in the corner. So, let's see. I don't know. Where am I at? 20 minutes. We'll get these 2 rows back on, maybe 3, I don't know. So yeah, anyway, he's just, my kiddos are definitely testing my choices that I've made. I'm struggling, y'all. I'm really struggling with them being just calm. What else? Yeah. I just don't know what to do with him. He just, to make it fun, you know. I need that curriculum that just says, do these games and play this video and watch it, read all these books, and you know, they'll learn the letters and they'll learn how to read, and it's all the kids want to do it because it's so fun, you know. That's what I need that. But I don't know. Oh my gosh, y'all, he is great at math. Like, he gets it. But for some reason, reading is just a struggle. And I think that's across the board for all kids. Boys and girls. Okay. That was my problem. I had one too many. Look how much straighter my corners are. Or my sides. I looked at the picture, y'all. I visually saw two. And so I went, okay, or not visually picture, but the thumbnail of a video. And went, oh, okay, so there needs to be two on those edges too. Or in those corners too. No, it's just one. But do you see? Let me ask this question after I do a couple rows. This is one of those projects I can actually switch from rounds to rows and not get confused. Where I'm like talking about a round on a blanket where it actually goes around, and it's like I keep wanting to say rows when it's actually rounds. I mean, it's a round row, so it's technically a row. It's just in the round. You're going around a square. Double crochets, double crochets. All I'm doing are double crochets. Double crochets, double crochets. I should design a mitered granny with like my own little stitch work to it. Because, I mean, you can essentially just use whatever stitch you want as long as it fits the multiples. And I'm not sure what my multiple is, if it's even or odd at this point, because you're only increasing by you're only increasing by 1 on the sides now instead of 2. No, you're increasing by 2 instead of 4. So, but yet on a granny square, when you increase by 4 each round, you can keep it odd, because you start out with 3 and then you go to 7 and then you go to 11 and then 15. So it keeps it odd, yet you're increasing with an even number. Or if you start the rounds with 4s, the granny square with 4, then you can keep it even. Okay. It's hard to see the mitered granny, and see, it's still, I don't know. I'm wondering if I shouldn't go up a hook size or something. I'm just gonna leave it be, but that's a mitered. So to this round right here is a regular solid granny, and then it turns into where I just go back and forth on the rows. Like I said, it's a little hard to see because I'm using a solid color. But that is my version of the mitered with absolutely no instruction. And I just don't know why it's not sitting flat. I mean, it will if I lay it on the floor and make it flat. It's just when I hold it upright, it doesn't lay flat. But yeah, it's simple. I can definitely see the benefit of doing color changes, because then you could see it better. But yeah, it's essentially like, you know, working like this. Like, yeah, you can't even see with it being a solid that it's that way. But yeah, this round right here is the last round before I started doing the rows. I only did 2 rows. I just don't know if I want to do solid, like, you know, like, because this skein will go a ways before I change colors. I haven't gotten to this yet. I still have all this yarn that's pulled out of it that I was playing with. Y'all, these cream whites Premier Just Yarn little skeins from the Dollar Tree work perfect for playing with stitches and stuff, because I just grab one and pull it out and just, you know, do things like this. I just wish I knew why this is not wanting to like lay flat. Like, look, it's just wonky. I don't know, it's like either I was too tight in the beginning or something, or too, I don't know. Or maybe the 6mm was too big. Or did I put too many stitches in my corners? Maybe that's what it was. I put too many stitches in my corners. Instead of, since it's a solid, maybe I only need to put 2 instead of 4. You know what I mean, like 2 and 2. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, I'd have to play with it. You'll have to tell me if you guys have any, you know, expertise on this, like what is causing it to be like that. The only reason I can get this to go away, this little bumpiness, is to flatten it. Or to, you know, mess with it and make it be flat. You know, if I hold it like this, I can make it be flat. But if I relax it by going like this, what is causing that? It's like there's too many stitches or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna pick up my sweet marmalade. I can't talk too. I can't talk. I'm gonna pick up my Sweet Marshmallow Kiss blanket here and work on it, because I need to get, still need to get this purple on here. And I just want to be done with this big twist yarn. So you'll have to tell me what y'all think on that mitered square thing. Like, I don't know. It's bugging me. I need straightness. I need it to be straight. Why is it not being straight? Why is it not being straight with me, y'all? Why does it want to be a pain in my tuchus? Pain in my tushy. Am I going wrong? Okay. Sorry, I had to pull up my long bunny here that I created in here because I don't have a stitch marker, and I was like, what is going on? It's all twisted, and I had to make sure I had it sitting right. So I'm a little better. Although this yarn just, I don't know if this is just old Big Twist or what. Just, I don't like it. I know it's Big Twist. I just don't know if it's an old one because it's very splitty. I don't know. I just want to be done with it though. Ugh. Split the darn yarn. Stop it. Like, I don't understand why it's doing that. Like, it loosens up as I make the stitch. It's not splitting when it's just sitting there, and then as soon as you start working it up, it like, it's hard to unless you can physically see it from my point of view, which I could do a video where I show you my point of view to show you what I'm talking about, but like, it's kind of a pain. Visually, it just bothers me. I'm able to make it work and get through it. It's just every once in a while, you know, because of how it is, my hook just splits it. I don't know why it does it that way. Just does. Alright, y'all. I think I'm going to end the video here. It's 30 minutes, and y'all, it's like I said, I'm struggling today. It's one of those Monday mornings on a Tuesday. So, oh, yesterday was interesting. It was an interesting day with my kid. Hopefully today's better. Most nights I tell him, Ari, are we going to have a better day with school tomorrow? And he just goes, oh. I'm like, oh, great. It's going to be a fun one. But this one, if I make it through this kid's reading phase with hair in my head, I'll be happy. Anyway, give me some ideas. Y'all, I need y'all to, those that watch my videos, give me some ideas for Tuesday. What can I do for Tuesdays? Do I just come on here and just pick a whip and crochet on it? You know, I have this moss stitch here I need to get done eventually. You know, only a couple years after I started it. I am making progress on my mom's blanket. I'm about 16 rows away from being halfway done. Halfway. Not even fully done, but halfway done. I still have 16 rows left. 16. At the rate I'm going, that's like another couple months. And I want to have it done in the next month. Ooh, it is going to have to be my complete focus if I'm going to have it done by Mother's Day. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I could get it done in theory by then. But it would literally be the only thing that I touch over the next month. I literally cannot touch anything else because my focus has to be on that. I was trying to figure out, it's about a 200 row pattern, and I'm, like I said, 16 rows away from being about halfway done. So let's just say, for instance, it's 200 rows. I can't remember what exactly it is, but let's just say 200 rows. If I have 100 rows to do to get done, and I do 2 rows a day, that's 50 days. If I do 3 rows a day, that should in theory be 30 days. So if I can do 4 rows a day, I should be able to get it done in the next month. But I have to do at least 4 rows a day, and that takes quite a bit of time, especially, well, okay, 4 rows is doable. It's the 1 rows that I have where I start the blocks on this blanket, each, like the start and ending of these blocks of color, because I have these rows where it's literally single crochet, bobble, single crochet, bobble, single crochet, bobble, single crochet, bobble, all the way across the row. And the bobbles are 4 single crochets in 1 stitch. So every 2 stitches I'm making 5 single crochets. And yeah, that takes a little bit of extra time doing that 1 row. But once I'm past that 1 row, the other rows go a little quicker because I'm able to, I don't know, it's not as many bobbles. And so, yeah. 4 rows, y'all. 4 to 5 rows a day to get this thing finished by Mother's Day. That means, like this, I'm not going to finish this, you know, by the end of week 10. Which is fine. I figured I would get behind eventually, and I'm already there because I've had to fix this. And I didn't have to fix it. I could have just, like I said, went and you know, kept going and just, you know, made my color sequence just slightly off from what was called. But I wanted to do it right for me. In my head, I wanted it to be done where when she told number 1, you know, for week 5. I don't know what the numbers were, to be honest. I wanted to be able to say, all right, my week 5 is the number 1 that was called, is my number 1 that was called, you know, and nobody's going to know what my color sequence was. I could have altered my sequence to make it work, but I was like, no, this is what I started with. This is what, you know, I'm just that person. Once I start it, like, I don't mind fudging things when I need to, but like, once I have my mind, okay, this is how I'm going to do this pattern, my brain, if I alter in any way, if I change it in any way, it bugs my brain, if that makes sense. Like, if I don't do it the way I started out doing it, it's just like, I can't, wow, I am like repeating everything. I can't stop thinking about it until I fix it or do something, you know? Or it takes a lot of convincing to just go, you know what, I don't want to change it or whatever, you know, but I am that person that will frog things because I know it's there and it will bug the bejesus out of me if I don't. I don't know why I'm like that, but that's just who I am. All right, I'm just gonna, I said I was gonna end the video, but I just keep going and going and going and going on this blanket. So I'm gonna put this down. Oh, I'm trying to think if there's any other projects that I need to work on besides the cardigan, because that's the other thing, is I need to finish that cardigan for my child, which I'm almost done with it. I just need to finish the ribbing on it. And I think I can do that and my mom's blanket. But other than that, the rest of the other ones I can catch up after I'm done with my mom's blanket. So I think my goal is going to be that the only blanket I have on my hook for the foreseeable future, y'all, my goal is Mother's Day. Mother's Day, I want to be handing this blanket wrapped up in a pretty little bow tie to my mom and say, here, happy Mother's Day, love ya, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all the things in between the last year now. It's done. And I don't think I'm ever going to make another one. It's really pretty. I will say it's a really pretty pattern, but I just don't think I'm going to make another one. So once this one's done, I'm going to move on to my mother-in-law's blanket, which is a C2C, which I'm okay with C2Cs, but they're a lot like this one for my mom where I don't know. I just want to get it done. So I think that's the case for a lot of my projects, is I go, oh, I want to start that and start that and start that, but then I want to just get done with them. I'm not bored with them. I think I get bored with them, but not in a bad way. I just need to keep moving on. And so that's why making a little bit of progress here and there on things is okay on most of these things that I'm not making for a specific reason that needs to be done quickly. But like my mom's blanket, I've been working on for a while, and I just want to be done with that one because it's taking too long. So there you go. There's my goal. My goal is 4 rows a day at minimum on that thing, and we'll see if we get it done by Mother's Day. So Mom, if you're watching, hopefully, if not, then it'll be this year. I just don't know when. You know, if not for Mother's Day, it'll be for her birthday, but I can't tell myself that. I want to get it done by Mother's Day because I'm already past my first goal of her birthday last year. So, all right, y'all. Well, that's all I have for you today. Tomorrow morning is Wednesday, and I will be live at 7:30 a.m. And I have my last Bible study tomorrow too. So next Wednesday will be different. It'll be we'll see. we'll see if we keep this morning live going on Wednesdays. So that's all I got for you guys today. So I will see you tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Central. And then I will be back recording on Thursday and Friday, and then we'll see what the weekend brings. So have a great day, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.